Hi, I'm Dan Whittaker. I'm here today to talk to you about the footwork in the golf swing. It's an area of the golf swing that I feel is often misunderstood by people, sometimes misinterpreted, and at other times just blatantly just kind of not actually known what's going on in terms of the movement pattern and the kind of the feeling of it and the importance of it isn't stressed highly enough by coaches, by players and other people alike. Now, first of all, what we're going to do is have a look at where the movement goes in the backswing via the footwork, but then most importantly after that we're going to be having a look at through the golf ball what happens to the feet. Do they come up? Does the weight move across? And what is actually happening to them? Now, first of all, when we're making a backswing turn, what we're trying to do is we're trying to make this nice deep hip turn. So this right hip has gone back and this space it's occupied at address has been cleared and there's daylight in that area. What is happening then is the weight is moving from the balls of the feet, okay, to the inside of the right heel. So, and into and unloading that right glute. So as the weight is going back, we see here the depth of turn meant that the weight has gone to the inside of the right foot, never the outside. So what we're doing is we are using the ground of the dress, we're pushing the instep of the right foot into the floor, then we are turning back, keeping the weight on the inside of the right foot, so we maintain the angle in the right knee as the right hip has turned back. This has given us a lot of stability in the ground, and the left knee has been allowed to work inwards towards the right foot. We'll have moved slightly to the weight to the inside of the left foot as the weight has gone into the inside of the heel. If the weight goes to the outside of the foot, that will mean we've created a slight sway load and the weight's actually going over the outside of the foot, going beyond our pivot point. We're not turning into, that would be over and beyond the right foot. Now, once we've made that backswing move, we're going to go into the transition. Now, I see there's two very distinct options. What we get to see is one option is when we see players will drive off the feet. So they will push this way and they will start to turn and the right heel very quickly comes off the ground. What will then happen is the head will go backwards and the arms will move away and we'll be seeing very active hands and arms through the impact area. The head's going back, the hands very active, the face becomes very active with the hands manipulating the face and the club coming more vertical up through the body. Now, what we can actually categorise is say that the guys who have got active feet normally have very active hands and manipulate the face a lot through the impact area. The guys with the quietest feet normally have the strongest pivot and have the most passive club face and the most neutral delivery of the face through the golf ball, therefore supplying the most pressure to the golf ball, and that's used through the feet, via the body, into the hands, then into the ball club and then into the golf ball. But the feet are where it's all at, because the feet are where our only contact with the ground, and how we use our feet through the floor is our most important area in the downswing. Now, another option, okay, is we get to the top and we start to unwind, okay? And what I see with a lot of people is they start to turn back, wind it up, and just let it go and start to unwind instantaneously from the top. So they start to turn from the hips and the torso, and they're turning around. What we tend to see is the right foot moves outwards. So you see this right foot is actually going out towards my target. So it's pivoting on the toe, on the ball of the foot. The right heel goes out beyond the line with which it started. So here's the line. We'll highlight with this golf club right here. And we can see how it's going beyond it. So this is a spin out, and technically my weight is over the right side at this point. I'm hitting off my back foot because my weight is going backwards as I'm spinning and backing out of the shot. Some people think this is an unwind round and they're trying to turn what they call left, but in fact they're not. They are spinning backwards. So the weight is stuck here. We never want to see that right foot go back outside the line it started on. What we're wanting to try and achieve is this. From the top, we want to see the left knee re-rotate beyond the left ankle. Okay? As that happens, we'll see that the left foot begins to roll. As the left foot begins to roll, we see the weight going to the outside of the foot. As the weight goes to the outside of the foot, we see that the inside of the foot comes up, the inside of the heel goes up, and the weight is now over the left side. Okay? I have to get over the left pivot point before I can go around it, otherwise I'm spun out and hitting it off the back foot. As this is happening, I would see that the right foot begins to slightly roll here. So the weight's going to the inside of the right foot and then the outside of the left foot. Okay? And some people would look at this and think, oh, this looks like a lateral type move. Okay? But it isn't. I'm over the front foot, and as you'd see now, going from this direction, I'm actually very open as I strike this golf ball. But starting it from the left side, what this does is this allows me to get the left hip going forwards, then the left shoulder starts to work, the left side starts to rise a little bit. It allows the right side to work down, the right elbow moves to the front part of the hip, the shoulder works down, and then I'm in this position. The right foot starting to roll, the weight moving to the inside of the right foot, the outside of the left, and then as I'm coming through, we'd see that the feet are rolling, and the right foot never goes to the outside. It always comes to the in, and then it rolls up onto the toe to the finish. So it would look like this from the top. See, I'm now over the front foot. Now I can simply go around it to my finish, where I post up over the left side, and the back foot comes up on its toe. Never this way, never this way. Okay, you know where the touch line's gone forward and the weight's go up onto the toe, head will have to back out in the hands. What this allows is, I've gone over the front foot, I can then unwind around it as hard as I want because I'm now over the left pivot point right here. We can see from the top here, I'm now over that left pivot point. Now, simply just around it as quick as I want to the finish. The back foot is coming right up onto its toe. There's no pressure staying there. It's up here, and both feet have rolled towards the target in this manner, which is then giving me a shaft lean at impact. Okay, this is a very important part of the golf swing, and I feel that it's really important that people start to understand what happens on the movement through the feet. Often practicing at home in barefoot can help because you're able to use the proprioceptors, which are in your feet, which give you lots of feel and feedback of balance points, pressure, etc. As my friend Jane Story says from Chi Power Golf, we are trying to fill up the footprints before we start back so we can feel the movement through the floor. It's very important that we do this because this is going to be massive towards the golf swing in allowing us to use the floor to generate some coil against, get some pressure in the backswing, and use it correctly to enable to get leverage and allow us to strike the golf ball with shaft lean from the right angles at impact. Now guys, make sure that you're practicing this at home. First of all, even without a golf club, learning where the feet move across the feet without even having a golf club in your hands. I do hope you've all enjoyed this video I've just done. If you want to contact me, you can at dan@danwhitakergolf.com or danwhitakergolf.com is the website. Please visit it. You'll find some more videos and some more information about myself on there. And I look forward to speaking with you all again soon. Thanks a lot.